me? Wait,
broke up,
me?
Broke up with
You're
6-year
making a comeback
boyfriend.
on this podcast.
I'm gonna
You
what?
said-
You're making a comeback right now.
What does that mean?
Yeah,
girl
she was
with
up
me.
big. You're starting to like rock them back up here.
Mine are good. Mine. He asked me what are good stories. I'm like, here, I got a lot.
Okay, you broke up with your 6-year boyfriend to fuck the guy you lost your virginity
Yes,
to.
that is a fact.
At a
yes.
young age.
At a young age. Yes. 100%.
So
I still shout out to hopefully that guy is still listening to this. No, I absolutely did that. Are you asking me or?
Wait, the 5 to 6 year one, that's not the most recent one, correct?
No, no.
But
This
so
is
you
when I was
broke
younger.
up with your 6-year boyfriend
5 to 6, yes.
to fuck the guy you lost your virginity to.
Yeah, to fuck is very vulgar, a vulgar way to put it. But yes, no, I was going to Sweden to visit him, and I was with a guy, and
Wait.
I genuinely, what?
Nothing.
Oh, what?
She's just reacting.
Sweden.
Oh, I thought you said something. I'm like, what?
Wait, why were you visiting
trip
him when
to
you had a
Sweden made me-
boyfriend at the time?
Wait, just
I
to be
had,
clear-
well, yeah, we'll get really clear.
Wait, it's okay. You had a 5 to 6 year boyfriend, just a point of clarification. You were going to visit the guy who you lost your virginity to in Sweden?
Yes, yes, absolutely. Who had I been good friends with for a long time? And I told the guy that I was with, I said, I don't want to be with you. I'm going to visit this guy. Also, it
Oh.
ties into, I have the guy that I was having sex with when I was young has a best friend who's also one of my best friends. So I was going to see her.
So you broke up with him before.
Yes, yes.
But okay, be honest though. When you were still in the relationship, were you communicating and planning this fuck rendezvous with Sweden man?
No. I'll say that with my chest, no.
But you said you were still close friends with him and like talking
Yeah,
to him.
yeah, but we weren't communicating any fuck rendezvous or whatever you want to call it. Absolutely
Okay.
not.
Do you think
No.
you can just be friends with the guy that you fucked before when you're in a relationship with someone else?
You know what? I do think when I was younger, I thought that. Now, I would say absolutely not. I think
'Cause
that
you
once I
probably
learned
proved
these
yourself.
lessons and did these things, now I'm like, ooh. Now I'm like, no, absolutely not. Only
Because you like
especially
proved
based
yourself
on,
wrong in
Pardon
a
me?
way? Do you feel like you proved yourself wrong?
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, like, if I hadn't learned that lesson that way, I would have never known.
I disagree.
Agreed.
But we already went through
You
that.
can fuck
Yeah.
people that are not
I
your
think,
friends.
I think we
No,
know
I
what
thought
she
you said,
thinks.
I thought you saying, can you?
Or wait.
What?
Yeah, wait, you can
But
fuck,
I'm a-
you can
Fuck people that are your friends.
Yeah, we're saying you.
Can you still be friends?
No, we're
with
saying
The
you
opposite,
can't be
yeah.
friends with someone that you've already fucked.
Wait, but I'm a
When
little
you have-
confused.
I mean,
Hold
I
on.
mean, you know, I
Hold on.
disagree.
I'm just a little,
I don't think you can. I think it's too many ties.
I'm just a little confused here because in your pre-show message you said broke up with 6-year boyfriend to F the guy I lost my virginity to. So that makes it sound like
Okay, wait,
you
also
broke
you
up
asked
with
and I
your
very
boyfriend.
frequently like wrote it back to you. So if you're gonna put it like verbatim for what I said, it's
Yeah,
very
no,
vulgar.
that
But
is-
no,
yeah,
absolutely.
okay, stop.
Okay.
I'm not upset with the language you used. What I'm trying to point
No, I
out
don't
is
think you are.
But you
Ooh.
mentioned you're making it about the word fuck. You said broke up with 6-year boyfriend to fuck the so
Like
it's
just for that.
so I'm
Okay,
asking.
no, that's-
I'm asking.
yeah, so that's
you
unclear.
broke the reason you broke up with your boyfriend was to fuck.
No. So yeah, that's unclear and no.
So why did you break up with your boyfriend?
Because I knew I was going to see this person and I knew I was going to see them and visit them.
So
And
Wait,
probably.
so-
I mean,
so-
I'm gonna have
so-
dinner with them.
So you
I should have
broke up with
feelings
him
for
to
them.
go
That was
see.
the same thing. You were bored with
Wait,
the
whoa.
relationship. No,
whoa.
you were bored with the relationship. You wanted out. You wanted out of that relationship for
Yeah,
sure.
so maybe
It
I
had
used it as
nothing
a
to do with
crutch.
Sweden,
I used it
man.
as a crutch, yeah, to be like, I'm going.
But you knew you were leaving and you wanted some fun or whatever. But like that relationship
But it
was dead
wasn't
and gone.
for the, yeah,
That
absolutely.
relationship was dead.
Was it though?
It
Yes.
wasn't.
Yes,
It
it was
wasn't.
Wait, it
It
wasn't.
probably
But you
Or
just-
it was. What are you
Was.
saying it was to? You're confusing us.
Can I try to summarize?
Please, no. Well, unless as long as we're gonna have like a eye-to-eye respectful thing, but yeah.
No, be disrespectful.
You're afraid of me disagreeing?
No, not
Disagree.
at all.
You can
Please
disagree.
disagree with me.
Disagree.
So you dated a guy for 6 years.
5 to 6, yes.
Clearly, it was like fading. There
Yes.
were feelings lost. How long did you know that the feelings were faded before you actually broke up with him?
I don't know. I was too young to decide that it was a total learning lesson. I'm
When
not
did you
sure.
start talking to the guy in Sweden
Far before I ever dated the guy for 6 years. When I was 12. When I was
and
13.
continued
During
to talk
the
to
relationship.
him during the relationship?
Wait, sorry. What?
And continued to talk to him during the relationship.
Did you talk to Sweden Man the whole time you were
Yeah.
dating this guy for
Yes.
5 to
Yeah.
6 years?
Okay.
But not talked like as like just.
And then
Did the boyfriend know?
Yes.
while you
Yeah.
were dating
and he
the-
was uncomfortable with it, and I was like, "No, we're friends." And then it was very clear, like
Yeah.
that's how we
Poor
learn the
guy.
lesson.
And
you
then-
can't talk to people
Poor
you had
guy.
sex
Okay.
with.
And then while you were dating him, dating the 6-year-long relationship guy, you planned a trip to Sweden
To see my
to
best friend,
see your
Ida.
best friend.
Yeah.
And then as that date was approaching, you realized, I'm probably going to sleep with this guy.
Or somebody.
Or somebody.
Some Swedish
so before I go on this trip, I need to end this relationship so I'm not technically cheating.
Well, wait, you guys were breaking up. You
Yeah,
guys were
wait,
on
the way
and
you're
off.
saying
You
it
guys
is
were on and off
it's
on the
very
end.
like
it was very
gosh,
much
that's
over.
not how it happened, but yes.
It was very much over. But then you were going on this trip, and I think you were like really
The trip
just
gave
wanting
me
to
the
cut
excuse
ties.
out.
Wait,
I was having a hard time. I'm like, oh my God, I'm in love with this guy. I love this guy. I don't want to leave you. This trip gave me the out. I'm like, I'm going to go and I'm going to be with my best friend Ida. I'm going to see this guy. There's a likely chance that I'm going to have interest in him. I'm going to use this as the out.
Right.
So I'm going to break out with him.
prior
Break
to
up
the-
with him.
prior
So
to the breakup.
so what you said is accurate.
So prior to the breakup, you
What
knew
is
you were
that?
going to
That I'm
meet
gonna
up.
fuck him? What do you mean?
Okay, I have a couple questions. So,
Okay.
was this like a summer trip?
It was during the summer, yes.
Okay, so how sorry, I'm trying to gather the words for this. Sorry, I'm trying to.
Well,
I'm trying to
there's-
figure out how to articulate this. Okay, how much time you broke up with him, and then did you leave the next day to go
No,
to Sweden?
no.
How much time before you left for the trip? A
I mean,
week?
I
2
couldn't say
weeks?
exact. I'd say like 3 months.
3 months. Okay. 3 months before the trip,
Yeah.
you broke up.
Well, I mean, how like
Okay.
you book a flight early, and then you're like, well, I'm not feeling
But you
this
lost
anymore.
feelings beforehand.
I was
Like,
very
you
checked
were
out. I
You
didn't
were
know how
out
to-
of that relationship.
Yeah, I didn't know how
was
to.
off
You
and
knew
on.
each other at that point.
Yeah.
Oh, years before, yeah.
Okay.
I didn't know
Okay,
how to
that's-
end it. I was like, hey, I'm gonna.
This is a little bit redeeming because the way I was thinking is like you broke up a week before you
And then
left.
the next day
To
she
go
was
fuck
out.
someone.
Within
Yeah,
3
no,
days
no,
of
it
being in
wasn't like
Sweden,
that.
you fucked another guy.
No.
That's not how it
No.
happened. No.
But you did say that your motivation,
That's
the out, as you said it, was the fact that you knew that you were going to potentially be intimate with the guy in Sweden.
Not intimacy that I was into, but not intimacy. No.
I think just
but I
being
still had
single in
interest.
general.
Yeah, like I just still wanted to go and like be
A hot girl
not-
summer.
I mean-
you wanted a single summer.
Can we like?
You wanted
But
to cut the ties.
But is
officially.
it from your opinion? Say what you're saying because you're trying to sum my shit up and make it like whatever. What is your thoughts? What are your thoughts? Like
It's clarifying what Brian was asking you. You might have been out of the relationship mentally, but the reason you ended it was because of another guy.
wrong.
you know what? I actually like the way she's explained it, assuming everything
Wrong.
checks out. I mean, I don't think people like have to be chained. Like if it just the relationship wasn't working out, it's better than if she stayed in the relationship, went on this Euro trip, and like cheated on him.
Right.
So I mean, like,
Valid.
In that last year, you were not.
I mean, like it was a genuine thought process. I was like, I'm not into it. Like I've been with this guy. I'm not going there to fuck him.
Like-
I have intimacy in the past with this guy. I'm still in communication. I'm interested in this person. I happen to fuck him, yes, or have sex with him, however you want to put it. But it wasn't in no ill intention or ill will to hurt anyone. It was a learning lesson. It was how I learned. Like I'm not meant to be with this guy. I have this interest. I booked this flight. Like here.
yeah. I mean, I think it's not the worst. I mean, how often do we tell people who cheat or want to cheat, how hard is it to just look, if you want
Break
to be
up.
with someone else, just break up, end the relationship. You did that. So
Right.
I think
Yeah.
it was 3 months from the time you
I
broke
would say
up to the
minimum.
time.
Yeah, minimum. Yeah.
Because
But you didn't end it to go to Sweden
To go
and
have
stuff like
sex.
that.
No.
That
No.
relationship needed to
is this
end
valid?
for a
I don't-
long,
it's
long
kind of-
time.
it kind of
no,
feels
I'm
valid,
just trying to
like-
fill in. No, I'm not saying that you did anything. I'm not saying you did anything wrong here. Okay, I think first of all, it's a very common thing that girls will stay in relationships and sort of plan the breakup.
Yeah.
Right? They start to market
Well, because
themselves.
I'm not going to impulsively leave someone if it might work out.
They-
And there's feelings that are still there too. They linger. I mean,
But you
share
start to
time and
market
everything.
yourself to other men before you pull the trigger on a breakup.
Sorry, what was that? I
You
missed it.
market yourself to other men before you actually pull the trigger on a breakup.
Well, I wasn't marketing
This is-
myself. It
Every
was just
time?
in my head.
Well, look, you were technically marketing yourself to this
So
guy.
you've
who you
dated
were in.
someone and you've never been like, oh, this relationship just needs to end. I'm not thinking about anything else.
I
Is
think-
that what you're
No,
saying.
no, absolutely.
Dan, isn't it the case though when women are starting to angle for ending a relationship that not always, but there's usually some other guy that
100%.
they're looking
Every
at.
time?
Yes.
No.
Women are never single. That's basically the same.
I'm never single.
They're never single. You always you
Okay,
always
I
you
have been
always,
single.
you
I am-
always have another guy. You
don't
always have
agree
another
with that.
guy
I disagree.
that's ready.
I mean, I get what
No,
you're saying.
I don't agree with that.
was
I
a
could
good
see
one.
why, but no.
Wait, I
not
get,
me.
I get what you're saying, and I
we should
think
talk about that later tonight.
I'll be here all night.
Oh my
God.
god.
Ryan, you're getting roped in.
No, again, I want to make crystal clear. I'm not saying that the way that you went about it was wrong. I'm saying that you said in the earlier description that the actual catalyst for the official breaking of ties with the guy in the 6-year relationship was the fact that you knew you had feelings for the guy in Sweden and were going to visit him. So by definition, maybe you didn't break up with him to fuck this other guy, but you broke up with him because of this other guy. There were other reasons.
But even if I don't think that's the case, but even if it was, wouldn't you find that respectful that I was like, I'm going to end with you because I'm having other thoughts?
No, that's what I just said. I said I don't think you're doing anything wrong. What I'm saying
Oh,
is
then we're on the same
I think that
page.
this was accurate the way that you previously described it. You said it was on the outs. I really wasn't feeling it, but then there was this other guy that I realized I had feelings for, so I officially ended
Not
it.
that I realized I had feelings for, that I'd had connection with in the past, and that came
I
up
mean,
again.
to add
I
to that
have
too.
go ahead, Madison. Then
You
I'll go.
were in contact with the Sweden guy the whole relationship.
Totally.
And
The
she
whole,
agreed
during
with
the
that.
whole time you
Totally.
had your
And
relationship,
my boyfriend knew.
knowing your boyfriend was uncomfortable with it though. That's what you said.
That's what you said.
Yeah.
Yeah, but me knowing that the whole time wasn't a fact.
Okay,
I didn't know that the whole time until he made it a point, but yes.
I want to give some advice to the men watching. If there's any young men watching,
No,
three
don't hurt
things.
them.
Three things. Under absolutely no circumstance, especially if it's like a high school relationship, and you're both going away to different colleges, under no circumstance should you do long distance. Absolutely not. If your girlfriend, I don't care what age you are, but you typically see this in like college relationships. Your girlfriend's going to do a study abroad program in Italy or Spain for fucking 4 months. Sorry, Nick. You break up with her. If she, like, it's done. It's done, dude. Don't first. Obviously it's long distance, bro.
Unless
It's
you
done.
really,
You break
really
up with
love her.
I mean, if you have to be pretty fucking sure on the girl, but she's gonna get
Yeah,
it in.
unless
with
you're really
fucking,
sure.
What's an Italian name? For Lorenzo, I don't know what the fuck. You're gonna get it like
Lorenzo?
Lorenzo. I
Luigi.
don't know fucking.
Mario.